Lucy Moore is 28, the celebrated author of a best-selling novel about women in jazz. But with the pressure mounting to produce a second book, she finds herself stuck, creatively blocked and emotionally bruised from a recent breakup with someone who couldn't handle her rising success. The wound is fresh and her confidence is fading fast. Evelyn Harper, 63, is a retired literature professor who's spent decades shaping minds at the University of California. Now she lives alone in a charming Silver Lake home, where she runs intimate creative writing workshops. She's a quiet force, content with a life outside the spotlight. At the insistence of her agent, Lucy reluctantly signs up for one of Evelyn's sessions. She shows up right on time, burdened not just by her tote bag, but by all the emotional weight she's been carrying. Their first meeting is marked by mutual skepticism. To Lucy, Evelyn seems like a relic from another literary era. To Evelyn, Lucy appears to be just another arrogant young writer expecting brilliance without effort. During a field session at the Los Angeles Central Library, Evelyn gives Lucy a deceptively simple assignment: observe the people passing by and write the stories they carry within. At first, Lucy treats it mechanically, but soon, as she writes about a solitary woman, her own buried pain begins to seep onto the page. Evelyn sees something deeper. A real writer. A hurting human. Their conversations begin to open up. Evelyn shares her experience of loss, the ache of living alone after losing her longtime partner. Lucy listens. She opens up in return. Despite their differences, a fragile connection forms. In a quiet cafe in Silver Lake, that connection begins to deepen. Lucy challenges Evelyn to write something contemporary. Evelyn accepts. The result is a raw, vulnerable poem about love in the modern world. Its intensity surprises them both. So do the lingering glances. The growing tension. Lucy begins thinking about Evelyn at unexpected moments. Hoping to spark creativity, Evelyn invites Lucy to a remote beach house in Malibu. Surrounded by crashing waves, scattered books, and bottles of wine, they spend days together, writing, sharing stories, and shedding layers of guardedness. One stormy night, Lucy asks Evelyn why she never chased fame. Evelyn smiles gently and replies, "I found fulfillment in teaching and in the relationships I built." Lucy confesses her own fear, that her success was a fluke, and she may never write anything meaningful again. That night, their emotional closeness breaks into physical intimacy. A kiss. A release. And then, questions. What now? What does it mean? Back home, Evelyn retreats, unsure and afraid of judgment, of the age gap, of getting hurt. Lucy, however, doesn't run. She delivers a draft of her new novel to Evelyn, a story inspired by everything they shared. One evening, Lucy shows up at Evelyn's door with a finished copy. She hands it to her and says softly, "Read the epilogue." It's a love letter disguised as fiction. The book is released to critical acclaim. At the launch, Evelyn, usually a stranger to public events, slips quietly into the crowd. On stage, Lucy names Evelyn as her greatest inspiration. Evelyn's eyes well up. When they meet afterward, there are no more doubts. Their kiss seals the beginning of something real. A new chapter, unwritten, but finally possible.